Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we will be painting a postcard size evening sky using watercolors. In this class, we will learn how to mix two contrasting colors in the sky. So let's first study how you can mix the blue and the yellow without creating the green in the sky. It's quite difficult to mix two contrasting colors if you don't know the right technique. Let me share you the right technique and you'll be easily able to blend those two colors. But first, let me talk about the materials that I'll be using. So for the colors, I'll be using Camlin Artist Grade colors. I have a proper review of these colors. I'll link it on the top. So I've squeezed down all the colors on my palette on the right hand side. For the brushes, I'll be using stationary round brushes. They are synthetic hair brush, which I love. And if you want to shop, you can use my code to shop and you'll get some discount on those. I'll link everything in the description box below. And for the paper, I'll be using watercolor paper. Alright, now let's study how to mix two contrasting colors. First, let me just mix orange and or maybe red and blue color together. If you mix those two colors, you will get a purple shade, which is okay if you get those color on the sky. So let me just show you. So first I'll apply the red color on the top and then I will take the blue color and I'll mix those two colors together in the middle and you'll see that you will get a mauvey purple shade. Now let's see how you can mix the contrasting colors. So first what I'll do is I'll take the yellow color and now from the bottom I will apply the blue color and you'll see I'm doing a lot of blending, and because of that the blue and the yellow color are mixing together and we are getting a green shade which we don't want, right? So let's do one more time. So what I'll do, I'll first apply the yellow color and same way I'll apply the blue color from the bottom, but this time I will not blend those two colors a lot. I will just do one or two swiping motion in the middle and you will see that it will look like those two colors are blended together, but still we don't have a green mix. So the technique is not to use a lot of brush strokes when you are mixing the contrasting colors, especially when you don't want those two colors to mix a lot. Alright, so this is the exact thing which we'll be using to paint our sky. So let's get started. As usual, let's first apply masking tape on all four sides of the paper. Make sure that you have thoroughly pressed down so that there's no gap between the masking tape and the paper. Once we have applied the masking tape, we will draw the sketch. It's quite simple. You just have to draw a line that is dividing the paper into two parts. So I will draw the horizon line, leaving more than half of my sheet for the sky and rest for the land area. Next, let's prepare all our colors for the sky before we wet our paper. So here I am mixing my red and yellow to create a orange shade. Then I will take out my indigo color from the tube. Next, I will take ultramarine blue for the sky and also a bit of yellow. Once I've prepared all my colors, I will wet my paper with a larger flat brush and then we will start painting the sky. But before we do, I will tilt my board a little so that all the colors float down instead of remaining at the same place. So I just applied masking tape below my board to give a bit of slant position. Now I am starting with the orange shade and I'm applying that first, then I will apply the yellow color, and lastly I will apply the blue color on the top. And you see that wherever the yellow and blue color will meet, I will use minimum brush strokes so that those two colors don't blend together. Same way I will paint the water part, but instead of using ultramarine blue I will use indigo for the water part as I want it to be a little darker than the sky. And then reapplying the same shade all over again to make it a little darker. Now while the paper is still wet, let's paint the clouds. So I'm mixing a bit of red color to my indigo and using my smaller round brush, I'll start painting the clouds. All you have to do is tapping motion with your brush to paint the clouds. So I painted the larger clouds on the top and right hand side, and as I'll come to the horizon line, I will make it smaller and smaller. And while I'll complete the clouds, I will also darken the lower portion of the water with the same color. And then I'll remove the masking tape from the bottom and let everything completely dry before we move on to the next part. Now that everything is dry, let's paint the mountain or the city area. So what I did is I mixed my burnt sienna with a little bit of black to make it little darker. You can even mix indigo to do the same. And I am first creating the mountain, and then on the top of that I will create few buildings, and then I will let that dry. Once that is dry, I will apply one more layer on top of it, but this time I will use more of black instead of burnt sienna and create one more layer. Make sure that you check the description box because I have all the links and details about the materials and everything linked down below. So make sure you check it out before you leave. Also, if you are enjoying the video, make sure that you like, subscribe, and comment on the video. Do let me know what would you like to see next on this channel, and I would love to create it for you. Also, if you recreate this and if you're posting it on your social media, then please do tag me. My Instagram handle is @artistrayagada, and I would love to see your recreation. So once we have painted the city, I will use the same color, but I will dilute it by adding a lot of water and start creating the reflection of the city on the water. I was pretty happy with how it looked, but I didn't really like the bottom part of the water because once it was dried, it looked way too light. So here I'm just re-wetting it, the whole area using a mop brush, and I'm taking the indigo and black mix and I'm applying the darker color at the bottom. Now let's do the fun part, that is let's add the lights on our building. So what I'll do is I will take Chinese white and I'll mix tiny bit of yellow to make it a bit yellowish, and I won't add a lot of water because I want that to be a bit opaque. So once that is done, I've mixed my colors, I will start adding small tiny dots on our building, making it look like there are lights running. Now adding few more details. Once that is done, we will add few flying birds in the sky and we will be done with our painting. This one might look a bit tricky, but it is not. So definitely give it a try. If you will not try, you would never know. And we are done. And this is how our final painting looks. Super gorgeous, right? So now let's remove our masking tape at an angle which is away from the paper so that you don't end up tearing it. I hope you enjoyed watching and learning how to paint this. I'll see you guys really soon in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.